sharp as a blade, sifting through the chaos where the stories fade. Flipping pages fast like a hurricane, clues in the dark, dancing in her brain. She's Kiki, 2025 true crime, breaking it down one thread at a time. Cases gone cold, but she's heating the line, coming in hot with the fresh new eyes. Photos on the wall connect like dots, maps and strings tie the tangled plots. Her mind's a puzzle where the truth unlocks. Every step forward, another tick-tock. She sees what they miss, the cracks in disguise. She's got the angle, she's got the prize. She's Kiki, 2025 true crime, breaking it down one thread at a time. Cases gone cold, but she's heating the line, coming in hot with her fresh new eyes. Zoom in the frame, enhance the grain, pieces come together in a mental terrain. Voices in the silence, they call her name. Kiki's on the case, rewriting the game. Yeah. Kiki's got a notebook sharp as a blade, sifting through the chaos where the stories fade. Flipping pages fast like a hurricane, clues in the dark, dancing in her brain. She's Kiki, 2025 true crime, breaking it down one thread at a time. Cases gone cold, but she's heating the line, coming in hot with the fresh new eyes. Photos on the wall connect like dots, maps and strings tie the tangled plots. Her mind's a
breaking down cases, wonder what the case is. 2025, got the game in the mazes. Thinking of a time when we all got blazed, and we didn't even think about the game being racist. True crime, every day I don't face it. But Kiki 25, baby in the basement. Case after case, you just gotta keep chasing. Taking over the world, she gon' be the one they name it. Every time she think about it, she be going crazy. Everything she ever dreamed about was always hazy. Taking time to go around the world, it never fazed me.
Hello, everyone. Come on in. Sob Trader. I made that song. Yes, I did. I made that song on an app. Thank you for asking. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Paige Turner. Let's go up and say hello to everyone. Guys, all the things I've got for you today. And I'm still going to make that video for members only and one for you guys too. It takes so long to do videos, guys. And I wanted to concentrate on today's live. Hello, Daisy. Thank you for coming in, being a mod. Kathy Gordon, thank you for being a mod. Thank you for being a member, Bobby, and thank you for being here. I hope you're well, honey. Let's see. Hello, Kimberly. Thank you for coming in. Let's see, Michelle. Hello, Michelle. I've got to go to my emails and go through them, honey. I'm still looking at everything you send me, even if I do not respond right away. I'm sorry. Hello, Teresa Stott. Thank you for being a member. Hello, Maui. Come on in. Paige Turner. Cool Cougar. Hello. Thank you for being a member. I hope everybody's staying warm. It is freezing cold in Tennessee. We have a stove on the way. My stove I got about a month ago. Hello, Wild Child. Hello, Grace. Thank y'all for coming in. Anybody hitting that like button? Hope floats. Hello. Please hit that like button, share, subscribe. And if you can become a member of my channel, please do. because we will be having drawings this year at the end of every month if I reach certain goals. Okay? Uh, guys, I had gotten a new stove because mine was about to bite the dust. Okay? Let me tell you what I went through. My husband got me a double oven, thank God, because we have a big family. Well, the heating element light on top that tells you if things are cold or things are hot on the stove would not go off. It just kept blinking, blinking, blinking. So we called, got it switched out. They brought the new one day before yesterday, or yesterday. Guess what happened? Turned the bottom one on, and it was making a racket. Called them. We had to take that one back. So I get another one today, and I said, I'm just going with a regular oven. I'm tired of these, right? So let's see. Kiki, I'm in Dalton. What are they saying about the weather in Tennessee? I think the whole state of Tennessee is now, they've called it for a state of emergency, Kimberly. So be very careful out there. Be prepared. All my listeners that's going to get hit by the ice Armageddon, be ready, right? That's all we can do. But thank you guys for coming in. And I am going, let's see, Cool Cougar says someone gifted me a membership the other day and I wanted to pass on mine. Thanks. Not sure who it was, but thank you. Thank you, Cool Cougar. That's very sweet of you to thank someone. Okay, let's do all our things because, guys, if you have headphones or can turn your computer up, these are some important things that I want you to hear. Very, very important. And I know I'm not hearing things, but what it means, we don't know because we weren't there. And this channel, again, is for speculation. My opinion, speculations only. My opinions may not be what the chats are. But here we go. Here is the Fair Use Act disclaimer. At times, this channel may make use of copyrighted material in accordance with the Fair Use Act. The Fair Use Act is a doctrine in the United States copyright law that allows limited use of copyrighted material without requiring permission from the rights holders under Section 107 of Copyrighted Act 1976, which states, an allowance is made for fair use of copyrighted material for purposes of commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, and teaching or scholarship, right? Okay, another thing. Anyone we mention here, do not harass, do not go after them, do not call their jobs, period, point blank, in this segment. Hang on, guys. All right, guys, please do not contact anyone or their jobs or anything mentioned today in this live. This channel is speculations, discussions, and opinions only, not facts. But we will be listening to certain things that I think stand out and some things I want to debunk today. Okay? In my opinion, allegedly. Right? Okay. So, I know you guys have probably heard Nerdy Addict, right? We heard his opinion of what he talked about with Mr. Proudfoot, with Chris Proudfoot, okay, allegedly. And this is going to be about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, guys. He went missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee at the age of 15 from Stafford Court on February 25th, 2024. Right? Okay. Here's what we're going to talk about. We're talking about dispatch, but we're also going to pull up. I'm going to put my disclaimer, my banner up. Okay. We're going to put up Nerdy Attic. And in my opinion, if you guys want to sub up to him, you can. If not, that's fine. In my opinion, I believe that Chris tells some truths in what he says, and then some things are not, right? We've heard different, and that's my opinion, but we hear different things coming from Chris. You're probably hearing my washer again. I'm going to turn on some background music, and this is going to get interesting, guys, so you got to stick around, okay? Hey, Memo. Hello, honey. Oh, Bobby says, my son was sitting on a plane in Dallas waiting to see if he could get out. He did. Thank God made it back. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. I want you to listen to this, and then I'm going to pause when I hear the part that I need to tell you about my research. Okay? Let's see here. This is Nerdy Attic. Hello, Catherine. Come on in. Come on in, hon. I'm going to pause at certain times. We're going to talk about something. Okay, one thing that stood out to me was about, and several others have brought this out already, but about this alleged warrant that was served a year ago on Katie and Chris's home, right? Thank you for coming and being a member, Memo. Thank you. So let's listen. Hello, Rusty Pipes. Come on in. I want y'all to hear this part, and then I'm going to read something to you, and then we're going to move on to the goods, right?
We're not going to really talk about Sebastian's behavioral health. We know that he's autistic. We know that there are behavioral issues with autistic children, teens, adults. They behave differently. And this stream is not to go over that. We will talk about vaguely because I think it does connect how some of those behavioral health issues tied into people he knew, meaning connections from school to the neighbors. I don't know where you guys want to start. She's 8 years old. Police confiscated those cameras with the search warrant that was executed. I don't know what evidence led them to obtain a search warrant from a judge. We know that's sealed now. Yeah, Kate, which part do you need repeated?
So right here, my internet's kind of choppy today for some reason, but right here, he's talking about there was an alleged search warrant. It was also said that the search warrant was sealed, is what Chris said, right? Allegedly to him. Okay, let's pull this up. Hang on, guys. Hang on. I gotta do all these things. Let's see. Hello, Leslie, keeping it real. Come on in, honey. Come on in. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this off the screen. Okay. I have trouble with this. Okay, I'm going to share the screen and we're going to speak on this. Why would a search warrant be sealed in a missing child's case? Right? Why would that be? I'm going to pull this on stage. And I'm going to have to go over so I won't be able to see chat so that I can read this real quick. A search warrant is sealed in a missing child's case primarily to protect the safety of the child. Okay? Maintain the integrity of the ongoing investigation and protect the confidentiality of witnesses or informants Sealing prevents suspects from destroying evidence or fleeing, while also shielding sensitive investigative techniques and details. So it can also be protecting the privacy. It hides sensitive personal or third-party information that is irrelevant to the public but necessary for the investigation. The warrant is typically unsealed once the threat to the child is removed or the investigation reaches a point where public disclosure no longer hampers law enforcement efforts. Right? So I just wanted y'all to see that. Okay. Another thing that Nerdy talks about. Okay. Hello, Kelly. Come on in. Another thing he talks about is he was worried about the floods in Tennessee because he's talking about the pond, and he says, and I'm not going to pull that up because I have other things that we need to come out on. But he states that Chris stated, hello, Lisa King, come on in. That Chris states that sometimes that pond gets so deep that it can go over a pickup truck and have it floating. Okay, and I'm talking about the pond in the subdivision. I guess the retention pond. There were several ponds there, right? Okay. So I've done some research, and it says Nerdy talked to, Chris Propp, that Nerdy asked to see search warrant for the electronics. Chris said it was sealed. He stated police confiscated 3 cameras in addition to all the other electronic devices. Allegedly, those cameras were added after Sebastian went missing, right? Because this search warrant takes probable cause. Probable cause. Document was sealed, and their attorney tried getting it, and it was sealed. That's alleged. That's what we were told by Nerdy, which was told by CP. Back to the floods, guys. Okay? The creek was shallow when Nerdy went there. The CP stated it can get deep enough to cover a pickup truck and make it float away. Was the water high when Sebastian went missing is my question. Okay? Well, the heavy rains, were there heavy rains before Sebastian went missing? From what I've heard, it was before, but it was like a month before. But the bad floods were actually, there was a flood January 9th, 2024 in Hendersonville, May 9th, 2024. They were cleaning it up as of January 25th, 2024. Okay. But the big flood that they're talking about from North Carolina and all that, all the way down to Tennessee, happened September 26th, 27th, 2024. Okay. Another thing he states is, he says that Sumner County, okay, believed that Sebastian slipped on a rock and drowned. But TBI doesn't believe that. He calls out a burner phone and says the burner phone called Seth's phone. But he also says one of the parents' phones. One of the 3 phones. So it doesn't make any sense. What if KP, and I'm saying alleged and what if, but what if she had a burner and it was programmed to make it look as if it called Seth? I'm just stating allegedly, right? Okay. We're going to move forward. I wanted to cover that because those floods, in my opinion, happened a month prior to Sebastian going missing. I'm going to turn this down because we're going over this dispatch, but we're also, the dispatch is from another creator's videos. This one's more interesting to me than anyone. Okay. And I'm going to have to create the banner because I did not create the banner. Hang on just a second. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I think I didn't pull it up. Give me just a second. Let me pull this up, guys. Hang on. Okay, let me make my banner. Hello, Stephanie. Come on in. You're just in time. Just in time, baby. Let's see. Credit to Red. Let's see. It looked like Red Drum. Guys, I am all over the place. Red Rum Media. Sorry. Okay, Red Rum Media. This is very important. I think we've missed some things. A lot of things. Okay. In my opinion, hey DJ, thank you for coming in. And this is my opinion only. But for some reason, I think a lot of information on this case is being hid. And I don't know why. But it's not your normal case. Right? Okay. I want several points I want to make on this dispatch. And I'm going to be stopping and going. So I'll get with chat later if I see it. But guys, hello, Christy Smith. You've got to listen carefully, okay? Especially to where they say we spoke with the contractor at the construction site, okay? They literally say, spoke with the contractor at the construction site. He's going to have his guys look in the area. Does that mean, in my opinion, that the LE left the construction people to actually search in their area for Sebastian? Was that area searched by LE? I've got a lot of questions. I want you to listen closely, and that's not the big part, okay? Please go sub up to her from her videos. I really like her videos. Red Rum Media gets all this credit. Thank you, Daisy, for dropping that. But guys, I know we've heard dispatch 100 times, but this one, I promise you, is going to leave you wondering, just like it did me. I couldn't even really sleep last night for thinking about this. Okay? Don't pay attention to the closed captioning. Okay? Pay attention to the words, and you'll have to turn it up. But I've got mine all the way up for you guys. I want you to listen.
Control to 47. Control to 47 and 184.
24 on Health Lake, 360.
Missing juvenile, 1008 Stafford Court, 1008 Stafford Court, Hendersonville. Caller advised this morning they woke up and their 15-year-old male was not in the bed. We had a white male, 3 blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, one turn his phone down. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt and black sweatpants.
Okay, guys. Remember the dispatch lady says black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Michelle says, okay, why would Ellie allow construction persons look and risk of them accidentally find or contaminate? Exactly, Michelle. Exactly. I want you to listen closely, okay? There's several things. When they mention the riffraff on this, riffraff, guys, if you're around a pond, riffraff could be trees. Usually it's like rocks for drainage and things like that. Listen to where he talks about the pond with the riffraff and 25 feet in. I'm wondering, what do they see? Okay. Then toward the end, yeah, kind of like a debris, but it can be a lot of rocks and gravel and things like that too. At the end of this one is what blew me away. Okay, they're talking about searching this area, and then they say something about, and I'll have to get the name. Let's see. Let me look. I think it was GMC or something. And I looked up what that stood for. Okay? And it stood for a medical center, guys. Okay? It stood for a medical center. It sounds like, in my opinion, that there was a medical personnel, medical team of some sort, whether it be an ambulance or whatever. They say they're at the end of the road, okay? And I'm going to guide them up to the pond. I've never heard this. Has any of y'all heard this? If you've heard that part before, place a 1 in chat. If you haven't, place a 2 in chat, please. Because this is wow to me. 1 in chat if you've heard it, 2 in chat if you haven't. Kathy says she hasn't. Let's see. Lisa King hasn't. Memo, don't remember. Teresa hasn't. Daisy Duke hasn't. Stephanie hasn't. Leslie, see? Y'all, Kimberly hasn't. I want you to listen closely. It's toward the end. But there's also, Christy says no. That's what I'm saying, Michelle. I don't know. It kind of sounded like some sort of medical team, whether it be an ambulance. Hey, Barbara, thank you. Whether it be an ambulance. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you for the super sticker, baby. Let's play Bobby's song. Let's play the song for Miss Bobby. I truly appreciate you, Bobby. You wanted to see the beaver dance. That's what you wanted to do. You wanted to see the beaver dance.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. Thank you for becoming a member of my channel. Kiki 2025, true crime on this channel. You will see everything true crime, from podcast to cases to podcast. True crime. True crime. True crime. True crime. True crime.
Thank you, Miss Bobby. I really appreciate that. It helps a lot, honey. Yes, I'm hoping that Sebastian is found safe. That is my prayer every day. But guys, when I ran across this, and I don't know why we haven't really listened or heard it like this before, but listen, Listen to all the weird things, in my opinion.
Juvenile does have a form of autism. This is the first time it happened. That's going to be in the home before midnight. All the doors are locked at this time.
Was going to be in the home before midnight.
84 in their house.
Hey,
So,
people.
Hello, Central.
12, go ahead. I shut you out.
He's my clear verbal warning.
Copy that. I had you clear verbal.
47 Central.
47, go ahead.
Yes, the juvenile has a phone.
So then, I asked the call taker to ask.
So right there, they're asking, call and ask if juvenile has a phone. And of course, they come back and say, yeah, you know, he left his phone at home.
If the juvenile has a phone, great. Central to 68. I am Mrs. Fire Call.
Yes.
Be in the area of Dean Plant Road and Newton Lane. Caller very back of truck is on fire. We'll be around the side of the road.
See, that's one thing that's weird. There's a truck on fire on the side of the road, right? Can't get back in touch with the person that had the car or the truck that was on fire.
Caller's no longer answering call taker's questions. Central to 47, 184, and 12. Juvenile left his phone at the house. The mother is driving around looking for him in the Victoria Place subdivision, and she is driving a baby blue Infiniti.
47 to 12. Get there and see what's going on. Go around search of the residence. We'll go from there.
184. Here is a bookie 02197. 02197. And the call 634. Good.
When you get a chance, can you call all of the local hospitals just to make sure he's...
So right here, of course, they said, let's get to the house and do our own search at the house, right? And then they say, call all the medical places, the hospitals, to, you know, see if he's there. Paige says there was also abandoned SUV with no tags, so many strange things. Yeah, a lot of things going on. Yeah, Donna, first time I heard of a burning truck. Yeah. Hebel says, in my opinion, I believe CP was on this dispatch. Sounds just like him. Possibly, because it wasn't the normal call, right? It wasn't the normal 911. It was a call to law enforcement. So we don't know who he actually called. Listen, though, when I feel something's important, I'm going to pause again. And you all are going to be like, wow. And you can even go to her channel and listen to this all the way for yourself.
On one of those.
That's right.
68 Central on Plain.
Partially on 47. 12.
Good, cool.
I took personal medical center ER, center station ER, Sumner Regional ER, and Skyline, all clear of the juvenile. Also, I do have a 911 hangout is pending at 132.
So, another thing, this is something they say is there was a 911 call placed, but it was a hang-up from 132 Hollywood Boulevard, wherever that is. I have no clue if it has anything to do with Sebastian, but listen, they're like, should I call it back? And they're like, nah, don't worry about it. I think they said we're just going to drop it.
Hollywood Boulevard, phone line. There is no call history. Name attempted.
No call
line
history.
with no connection. Do you want me to clear it?
10% Central, clear. 68 Central, K9's on the ground.
Copy, K9 on the ground.
Now listen to this too. Hang on, I'm pausing this part.
837.
Because another thing they mentioned, like I said the other day, is a shoe. a shoe. DJ says, I'm truly hoping Sebastian maybe got put in a home and is safe, and I don't want to think the worst in my opinion. I agree, DJ. I agree. Now listen.
I'll be 10-6 at Cairo.
Well, we're going north on the Stafford.
47. Code Red has been launched. That is the Code Red has been launched. That is the
Window Open Animal Farm near Happy Hollow, Center Point area.
Go ahead. Next big track back up, going into the construction site over here, back towards the beach.
Simple, I'm behind you. It's awful muddy. Do you see any footprints, anything? You shouldn't have any shoes on.
Negative, this is all dry, hard packed.
Out of Stafford Court.
LT, we're now headed back south towards the cemetery on the far end of the construction site.
Okay, right there is weird to me, in my opinion. You know, with all we've seen with Mob Crew doing the videos of the cemetery. And here they're saying we're going toward the cemetery at the far end of the construction site. Right? Okay, listen to this.
Simple, I can see you.
I do have some footprints over here.
Right there where you're standing?
Yeah, leading right over here to the retaining pond.
No shoes, just footprints?
My shoes, the Max went.
Right there. Hello, Justine, mom of two. Yeah, right there, guys. Hello, Lisa Boo, always. Thank you for coming. But right there, they mention a shoe. He says shoe. Okay? It doesn't come across on the closed captioning. But listen to this, guys.
Straight into the pond. He literally dove into it.
12 DMA wanting you direct. Hey, repeat that, Rice. Let me make sure he...
Max led me straight to the retaining pond. Over behind Willow Boulevard, he dove right into the water.
Yeah, do you see any prints around it?
There's a few footprints in some of the softer dirt, headed straight this way on the track that he was running.
1247, what kind of shoe does he wear? Size 10.
25 Central. That's to Stafford Court.
Go ahead.
Do we have a picture yet?
That's simple.
Can you send it to me, please?
Me too, Central. I'll be out. Stafford Court call. Where the rear ramp is, where the trees are.
Okay, listen to this, guys. Okay, it's so flipping cold today, -5 with wind chill of -21. Ooh, Lisa. And I thought it was cold here. It's like in the 20s. All right, Paige, we'll see you in a minute, honey. Okay, right here's the part that they're talking about the riffraff. And they're talking about go in 25 feet. Did somebody get in the water, or like all the way in the water that day? Just curious.
Or 25 feet, maybe out in toward the middle. 2D1.
Okay, right there, they say 25 feet in the middle, and then they say EMA1. I think that's for them to call an emergency out. I guess an emergency for a child that's missing, but they had already done that, so I'm not sure what EMA1 means. Just, I don't know, guys. Very, very weird to me. Let's see, right here. I'll pull it up here in a minute what it means because I've got it pulled up. But Hey, Rhonda, you're fine, honey. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to listen.
Give me one. Hey guys. The construction zone, there's another pond. There's somebody standing in the woods. It looks like a person. It is a person we know, but there's another pond. He's standing back there by himself.
And this,
Past the construction zone.
hang on.
In the same area back there.
This right here, guys, was the mannequin, allegedly. You know, that was they standing in the woods, for whatever reason, back there. But listen, they also say, okay, they literally say there's two people in the woods back there. Who were those two people?
North of us? Yeah, the north end of it, yeah. Where the working on the machinery at, goes straight back. There's another pond back there, but there's a person in the woods by that pond. Past the house on the other side of the tree line. Going back toward beach or going on the back side? Yeah, on the back side, and he's not moving. He's just standing there by himself in the woods.
It's Hendersonville 517. I'm on the northeast corner in the cemetery across the tree line. Am I close?
No, the back side. Nikki, if you can, do you have anybody there with you that can drop a what 3 words location? Stand by. Let me see if I can find it on my map. I got my drone grounded for the moment, and I'll see if I can do it. Target's over. 1 to 2. I'm in my truck going up the corner. Can you see us?
Man, hold up. I'm going to jump in with you.
2, there's 4 of us on foot coming across the yard. Start directions. 19's on the same. Everybody's on the ATV right there in that field, driving straight to the woods.
So, who's on the ATV too, right? Who's on the ATV? Is it the law enforcement? Let's listen.
Straight in, straight in. Keep going like you're going. Keep going. Go left, go left. Just come back, you passed it. Look at this forest on foot on the other side. Pick us up and tell us which way to go. Yeah, we only have one drone. We don't want to get off the target. And we got somebody close to it. All right, somebody's walking straight to it right there. So walk. There's 2 people right there. Walk.
You see that? Walk. There's 2 people right there. Did y'all see that? Walk. There's 2 people right there. Was there people walking during this search in the woods? Just nothing really adds up in this case to me.
Walk like you're going. Walk like you're going. Straight. Into the woods. You should be about 15 foot from it.
What's the child's first name?
She'll be all over it, whatever it is right there. The 2 people walking the woods.
You hear that? 2 people walking through it. 2 people walking through it. That is 2 officers being guided by the overhead halo or drone, is what Wild Child says. Thank you, Wild Child. Okay, I thought it was really wild that they'd say there's 2 people walking in the woods. When you say they should have said there's 2 officers. Right here. Listen again.
Into the woods. You should be about 15 foot from it.
What's the child's first name?
She'll be all over it, whatever it is right there. The 2 people walking the woods. It's a mannequin. Sorry, guys. Look just like a person from the air. Hendersonville 66. What's the name of the child that we're looking for?
First name is Sebastian.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
First name is Sebastian.
We have a last known physical description.
Okay, now, right here, if you remember correctly, okay? If you remember correctly, they said on dispatch that Sebastian was wearing black pants with a white stripe, but also said that he was wearing a black sweatshirt, right? That's what I'm saying, Stephanie. Me, yeah. But they're saying, some in chat, Stephanie, are saying the two people are two officers. But why wouldn't they say officers is what I'm wondering too. Okay, listen to this part. Now they're saying that Sebastian had a completely different outfit. Not completely different. They're still saying the black pants with the white stripe, but they're saying a black long sleeve shirt with an animated. Yeah, no one's calling his name Cinderella. They're asking over and over. Now, what could we asking? We looking for? Can you send me a picture? What's his name? I mean, this is what 2 or 3 hours allegedly into the search. Something ain't right, y'all. Listen.
Last clothing description was black sweatpants with a white stripe, black long sleeve t-shirt with a print.
Just one thing.
T3 Central back to service. Nikki, how many drones do y'all have up?
One at the moment. I've got mine grounded so I can get Sark Topo up. I'll be back in the air momentarily.
10-4. Central on scene. Put 2 out here with me. Rice, call me, please.
Tim,
Okay, right there also, the officer on, their radio and back and forth, he says, Rice, call me please, now. Yeah. Oh, now, a black t-shirt and not a sweatshirt. Exactly, Stephanie. Yeah. Right there, he says, Rice, call me now. What's going on that makes this urgent if they weren't finding Sebastian, guys? Exactly, Paige. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't even get in the dumpster. I've said that from time before. Allegedly, they didn't get in the dumpster. They just flew drones, and I know the drones are heat censored and things like that. But don't you think a kid's life is a little more important? Don't you think you need to dig in a little bit? Wait till you hear the construction thing. I was blown away about the contractors. But hang on, there's more.
Who's at the residence?
I just got back here.
10-4, has anybody been there?
So right here, in my opinion, there could have been something being covered up right here. That's my opinion, because we can have our opinions. We're not blaming or accusing nobody. That's for the courts to do. But right here, it either sounds like they're really nervous about who's at the home, or something's being covered up. Something. Donna says, somewhere I heard the two people walking were the numbers. Okay. Just listen very closely to this. He sounds nervous or concerned. Something.
Since the initial.
There's a whole bunch of people here now.
The mom house.
12 to 55. 12 to 55.
Yes, sir.
Can you help me listen to the radio on the north end until we wrap this up, please?
Okay. What does that mean? Hey, Don Emery. Hope floats. Okay. What I don't. Okay. Bobby's son walked with an officer. Yeah. What I don't understand right here is he says, can you help me listen on the north end? Can you help me listen to the radio till we wrap this up? Are they talking about the search? What are they wrapping up so quickly? Right? Listen closely, guys.
Yes, sir. Brandon, you've got Hendersonville Mountain Patrol coming up there, and Joe's sending some more cars if y'all want to.
So right there was Brandon. You got Hendersonville, coming up there. Donna says, correction, the two people walking were the neighbor Bobby's sons. I don't know. Could be. I have heard that. Wrapping up perimeter search before going back to the house. That could be Michelle. Okay, listen closely, guys.
We can start from the beginning in the original house and set up a new plan up there.
10-4, that's what we're doing now, sir. Thank you. 63 Central Clear, false call.
Our U.S. neighbor advised that he's found the child under his son's car, which is across the street, 2 doors up. So be sure and search under cars and under things.
Go ahead. Who do you want to go with this other canine search and rescue?
10-4.
There's Buchanan. HFG down here at the end of the road. I'm going to direct him.
Okay, this is the part that stood out to me the most. HMC is here at the end of the road. I'm going to direct them to the pond. Who is going to the pond? Could it be the divers? I didn't think the divers got there that soon, in my opinion. But I did type in HMC in Hendersonville, and it came up, and whether it is or not, who knows, right? I could be wrong. But it did pull up TriStar Hendersonville Medical Center. That's what I'm wondering, Michelle. That's what I'm wondering, honey. Now, look at this. I'm going to rewind so you guys can hear them. This stood out to me a lot.
Search under cars and under things.
Go ahead. Who do you want to go with this other canine search and rescue?
10-4.
There's Buchanan. HFG down here at the end of the road. I'm going to direct him to the pond.
12. Go ahead.
Did you hear that, guys? Hey, Lolly, come on in. HMC here at the end of the road, right? I'm going to get them to the pond. Direct them to the pond. Did they actually see? Pebble says, go back some. Did they actually see something at that pond, guys? And I know it's been debunked, drained, all that, but something, this isn't sitting right with me, in my opinion, right here.
Rescue.
10-4.
There's Buchanan. HFG down here at the end of the road. I'm going to direct him to the pond.
12. Go ahead. I just talked to the GC, the construction bacteria, and under things.
Go ahead. Who do you want to go with this other canine search and rescue?
10-4.
There's Buchanan. HFG down here at the end of the road. I'm going to direct him to the pond.
12. Go ahead. I just talked to the GC,
guys.
the construction
Well, listen
bacteria.
this. I just talked to the GC, which is general contractor. Back here, he's going to start getting word out. But listen to what they say. Did they search that construction site? Because, look, guys, listen.
Gonna start getting the word out to all these crews that I got here working. 10-4, thank you. He's gonna have them check all their current under.
He's going to have them check all their current and under construction sites that they're working
on. And then report back.
on, and they'll report back. They'll report back. No, law enforcement, you're the one that has the credentials, right? To search for missing kids. You don't tell contractors and whoever's working on a construction site, get back to us if you see him. Really? Really? Is that what happened, law enforcement? Law enforcement, you were the ones responsible for trying to find this child. Listen to this, guys, one more time. Just set me off.
K9 search and rescue. Simple. There's the cannon. HFG down here at the end of the road. I'm going to direct them to the pond. 12. Go ahead. I just talked to the GC, the construction back here. He's going to start getting the word out to all his crews that are out here working. 10-4, thank you. He's going to have them check all their current under construction sites that they're working on, and then report back. 10-4. Is associated with 1008 staff report. Supposed to be coming back to 1008 staff report so we can get a game. Go ahead.
Who do you want to go with this other?
Again, LE states, talk to the general contractor at the construction site. Y'all seen how big the construction site was, right? And you're going to, and I'm not being mean, I'm not, putting anybody down for the jobs that they have. But I have family that works in construction. Sometimes they have to hire people, with backgrounds sometimes and such. And Ellie is going to flip in, tell the contractors and their workers, hey, report back to us. We, in my opinion, we're too lazy to get out there and off our hind ends, right? To go across the construction area. I mean, from the beginning. They may have searched after that, but yeah, I think it's really messed up. Listen again, then we're almost done, guys.
K9 search and rescue. Simple. There's the cannon. HFG down here at the end of the road. I'm going to direct them to the pond. 12. Go ahead. I just talked to the GC, the construction back here. He's going to start getting the word out to all his crews that are out here working. 10-4, thank you. He's going to have them check all their current under construction sites that they're working on, and then report back. 10-4.
So, what do y'all think? What do you think? Are we having something go on in chat? Daisy. Yeah. Lisa, it's crazy. Crazy. We're going to finish this out, but those two things stood out to me more than anything. Was who was at the end of the road that they needed to guide to the pond? That would be one question. Question number 2, right, would be, why did you have contractors searching for a missing child and workers? If you had all this help from these other counties, why weren't you doing your job, in my opinion?
Is associated with 1008 staff report. Supposed to be coming back to 1008 staff report so we can get a game plan and reconvene.
Hey, Target, can you put a drone right over top of this trash can, this dumpster, if there's anything in it? 12. All the buildings are clear.
If we'll come back to 1008, we're gonna.
So, guys, right there was the end of it, but that was the first part of the dispatch. So, can you put a drone over this trash can? Right? I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna go through the chat and see what you guys are saying. Oh, I see Justine. Yeah. Justine, please refrain from the comments. Thank you, mods, for handling that. But guys, yeah, Christy, me too. I think Seth needs to listen to this dispatch, in my opinion. Because he was there, once he got there, he could see what's going on, right? They need to distinguish whether have a missing child or more, since they both investigated differently. Yeah, I think it needs to be treated criminal no matter what from the beginning. Christy, that's something I'm wondering. Some workers can't speak English. I'm just saying, from experience, some can't. How are they going to know to look for this boy? They didn't even know. They didn't even have a picture, right? That's true, Paige. In my opinion, construction workers would have seen a 15-year-old boy in all black. My husband can spot tiny animals when working on job site. Yeah, that's true, but considering that Sebastian likes to hide around things and stuff, the construction site, like Cinderella said, should have been shut down totally. They were back there working on machinery, is what they said. Okay, another thing I wanted to bring in. I don't know if you guys heard this last night, and now I've got it. Man, I'm going to have to go in and find it. Let me turn this music off. Let's see, I'm all over the place. I wanted to cover the construction, but I want to go back. Y'all heard Nerdy Attic. There's a part on Nerdy Attic that he literally says that CP told him that KP, when she went over to the school, went by the cemetery, the church in the cemetery, okay, to search for Sebastian. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? The Thursday after page, really? Yeah, it was on Mob. I listened to Justin's, but I was listening to Mob also. And then I went to Justin's afterwards. Let me try to find it for you guys. If you can just chat, I'm going to try to find it. I had it pulled up. I'm going to try to find it. Hang on, guys. Okay. Yeah, he does. Justin gets passionate about catching them. Hang on, let's see here. Let's go to my banner again. Let's throw on some music again. Credit goes to Nerdy Attic again. Should have not left it, But let's see here. This was very interesting that he said that Chris said this, especially after Mob has done this research, right? Yeah. Hey, Tabitha, thank you for coming in, honey. She says, so I wonder if Mob looked at the next night after Sebastian. I think he looked at several nights. I think he looked. Hey, wait, come on in. Pebble says, remember, CP said Seth needs to go to the church. Yeah, I remember that. Let's find the part. I may not be able to fast forward. I'm going to try to find it. I want y'all to hear this. How many coincidences are we going to have? Right? How many coincidences are we going to have before law enforcement does something with someone? I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just stating, Oh, who's toxic, Justine? Bye, honey. Thank you so much for coming. Bye, but y'all can remove Justine if you don't mind. We ain't got time for that. I'm not toxic. Good grief.
Police confiscated those cameras with the search warrant that was executed. I don't know what evidence led them to obtain a search warrant from a judge. We know that's sealed now. Yeah, Kate, which part do you need repeated? I'm going to put the link in for Brianna. So let me just get the link for Brianna here, guys. If you want her to join. Okay, so police executed a search warrant 1 year after Sebastian went missing at the residence. They confiscated electronics. They confiscated 3 cameras that were added after Sebastian went missing. So 3 cameras were added inside the home after he went missing, and police felt the need and had a warrant to seize those devices. One of those cameras was inside the daughter's room. I don't know. I sort of ran this by Eva when we were talking and said, is that normal? Is it not normal? It depends on your parenting style. So I don't want to judge that, right? Some parents want to keep an eye on their kids, and that's interesting. It's also interesting because I don't know. I asked his dad, like, do you trust Katie? And his response was, I trust her with my 8-year-old daughter, right? But then the fact that they had to put a camera in the room just sort of struck me as odd. So that was the first piece. The link should be there for Lady Justice when she joins. I should see her. Hey, there you are. Okay, let me put you on the screen here.
Not my face, please.
So I'm trying to find this part. I wish Nerdy had asked about Sebastian's switch. Did they take it? From my understanding, they took all electronics. I'm not sure. They should have took them at the beginning, and that's what I heard. But, we don't know. And Daisy, thank you. Yes, yay, Daisy. Hang on. Let's play something for Daisy. Daisy done this to the troll. Right? Hang on, let's turn that up. Let's hear it. She's watching. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you for doing that. Not at first, Hope says. 2 weeks after. Yeah, that's crazy. I know that I'm toxic. They said I was toxic. That's funny. Oh, Lord. That's why we have our opinions. In my opinion, right? In my opinion. Why don't people get that?
You could turn off your video before I put you up here. But actually, no, I think folks can hear you. I don't even need to put you on the screen. Can everybody hear Lady Justice? Wait a second for the chat to respond. Go ahead and say something. Yeah, they're saying yes, so they can hear you. How are you, Lady Justice? What do you want me to call you? Lady Justice, Brianna, what do you want me to call you?
Brianna works because I was getting some really ugly comments about Lady Justice. So I'm assuming there's another one running around.
Okay. So, Brianna, is this new information to you? Did you know this?
It actually went choppy. I missed it.
Hey,
And I was trying to figure out how to
you
get on
want to
here.
be? Thank
Okay,
you
I'm
for being
tweeting it
here.
now. I
Find the
tweeted it
part
out too. So, up there.
where they're
Now, what's interesting?
cemetery.
Didn't the dog hit on that retention pond first? Didn't he supposedly dive straight into that retention pond or whatever it was?
Hey, Brenda.
That's not what I was. Yeah, that's not the way Chris explained it. And again, take
Okay.
it for a grain of salt. But I don't know where that information. It's the first time I'm hearing that. I do have people were telling me to check the retention pond, but a retention pond, searching that versus a lake are two different animals, two different beasts.
Yeah,
you know.
definitely.
So and someone's asking in the chat, am I sure? Yeah, there was a massive search on the ground. I don't know if people realize how massive the search was, and I know how far away the creek was, and I asked myself the same question. Still, I am relaying the information that Chris gave. So he said that the canine dogs were actually on top of the dam. Like there's a walkway on the dams, and that's where they stop. So again, he could be misleading me. I am not a type, if anyone in here knows me, I don't mislead people purposely. I am relaying the information that was given to me. I was wrong on the cell phone, I'll say that, and I deleted the tweet.
Okay, y'all are too funny in the chat. Paige says, please remember to slap that thumbs up like Daisy slaps the trolls. Here we go. Gotta play it again. Ready? Daisy done this to the troll. Here we go. Gotta have some fun because we'll go crazy if we don't. Yes, Stephanie, I always wondered that. Wonder if Ellie took pictures of the footprints they had seen. So much that, you just sat down, you could write all day long. Oh, DJ, thank you. Let's play the Dancing Beaver again. I think y'all like that beaver. I think I need to make another one of just the beaver.
Thank you for becoming a member of my channel. Kiki 2025, true crime on this channel. You will see everything true crime, from podcast to cases to podcast. True crime. True crime. True crime. True crime. True crime.
All right. Thank you, DJ. Thank you. That's so cute. It's so funny. Yeah, I do have a troll song, and it's going to be hilarious. I need to sit down and make a video of that. But, guys, I want to hear the part where Nerdy says that CP, okay, is talking about Katie going to a church and there being a cemetery. There's not this. Why? Why the first thing would you think I need to go to the cemetery when your child goes missing? Or I need to go to the school? I can kind of see the school, but the cemetery, I question. I mean, it's right there, of course, but he's never ran off. So why would you think, right? DJ says he's the Beaver. That's DJ the Beaver on that. Okay. Okay. Let's continue, guys.
I think, as I understand it, and Irina can correct me if I'm wrong, but he asked me to remove it, and I did because it sounded like it may have gotten confused. Sebastian had a couple, he had numbers pre-programmed on his phone, and when police started searching, there was an unknown number. It was eventually found that it was Seth's grandma, I believe. Is that accurate, Irina? I'll wait for Irina to answer, but they ID'd the number as his grandmother. He did mention that the triangulation went to Clarksville, Tennessee. That was something they did. So I asked, I don't know about Bobby's kids. I don't know about which teenager.
For one, they don't per se like to get dirty.
The conversation that he said he had was, Katie called him freaking out. Sebastian wasn't there. Chris over the phone verbally said, well, he's under the bed. Is he here? Is he in the garage? Go check here. He gave, and he wasn't he wasn't there. He wasn't in any of those places. They had a three-way call with the sheriff. I don't know if it was while Katie was in transit, if she was already moving towards this parking lot or this church. And that church and cemetery is in between Beach High School. So it's in between where they live and Beach High School. The interesting part is that he said that because the way that he chose the sheriff over the other police department is that he said by the time Katie did get home, the sheriff was already in the driveway. So that was sort of his, I told you, I know the jurisdiction better than anyone. And, that's why I called the sheriff. They respond faster. This is their jurisdiction. So
his ego is as big as his mouth is. So there's that.
Yeah, I saw that too. I saw that with the sort of, I said that yesterday when I said I'm disclosing this information. Like I said, I confirmed, I knew he was seeing my tweets because he's texted me on previous nights and clarified that there's any factual information about that. I tend to believe that he came home on the 26th.
Let's see what it says.
When this all unfolded. He did say something interesting about, he explained why he called the sheriff. There was some, I guess, social media
Did you hear that? He
buzz
called
about why he called
sheriff?
who.
That's very specific. He called the sheriff. So does that mean he called Craddock? Is that what that sounds like to you guys? Because at first he said he called law enforcement, and now Nerdy's saying that Edgar said he's calling the sheriff. Here's the thing about calling directly. Let me see this. If you don't mind. All calls in the county, regardless of where you live, go through dispatch in Gallatin. All calls calling 911 would have not delayed anything. Wow. Okay. Thank you for that insight. But let's hear the thing about Katie and the cemetery again.
Why you called the local sheriff, I think, versus Sumner County or vice versa, I don't know. But he said that he just knew the jurisdiction. He had lived here long enough. He knew whose jurisdiction it was. He knew who would be taking it when they called, and that's why he called the sheriff. He did say Katie left the house to go look for Sebastian. So in the drone footage where you see me launching my drone, I guess she went over to that church. There's a cemetery there. Then headed back. The conversation that he said he had was,
okay, so that's not necessarily CP saying that she went to the church. That was Nerdy assuming, I guess, right? I'm going to go up and see what Wannabe is saying. Wannabe sleuthin'. Could 911 have gotten Hendersonville police involved? Potentially. Did he want to control who got the case? Who knows, right? Craddock wasn't sheriff. That's right. Sonny Weatherford was. I'm sorry, Cinderella. But Craddock was helping out, right? Sonny, in my opinion, would not put up with the mess. There was a different sheriff. Yeah. Hey, Maui. Hey, Bluegrass Meadows. Thank you for coming in. Very good point. Very good point. In my opinion, think about it. Who did the press or not? Sonny, EC did even in the beginning. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to clarify that. Okay, Craddock was chief deputy at the time of the disappearance. Okay, thank you, 88, and thank you for being a member, honey. All right, so we clarified that. I wanted to go back, but it's kind of weird how nerdy, in my opinion, mentions the cemetery, right? But at least we know now, in my opinion, that it stated it was kind of a statement for nerdy and not CP, unless CP told him that, right? It felt to me like Sonny was allowing EC to work the case and just kind of shadowing him. Yeah, that's what I feel like wannabe too. But, okay. Let's see. Breaking down the timeline. I'm looking at all this. Okay, we're going to give credit to Mob Crew. He's done amazing work. I give kudos to him all day long for what he has done. Right? He's been working hard, guys. Been working very hard, in my opinion. Let's see here. I want you to see. I stopped it at this point, and I saw it mentioned in chat. But I stopped it at this point. This is an old video. But where y'all go sub up to Mob Crew. Yes, please. Katie was allegedly leaving the house, caught on camera, going over to the school with her windows up. Did she go by the church for any reason? Right? Because she had to drive back and get back to the house for law enforcement, right? DJ Mob Crew is a great channel. You need to go sub up to him, honey. He's one of the good channels around. And please drop Lolly's link in here too, Daisy, if you don't care. We need to make sure to spread the love for everybody, right? But right there.
But it does appear to be just one person.
And at the time, we didn't know if it was Katie or not.
All she does is drive up Kellen. The same thing the 3 a.m. car does. And this is definitely her car. It's not the Bowersox car, because I know they're a little bit similar in some ways. It's a different model, of course. And the Bowersox, they have that kind of square back end. And yeah, a little bit different. So it's definitely hers. It's supposed to be baby blue, but it's just the lighting is it kind of changed the colors. So
I wanted you guys to see that. That was back months ago, but Mob, it got the footage where he saw Katie driving with the windows rolled up, yelling for her son, allegedly, right? And 88 has a good point. Let me find her. In my opinion, the reason for calling SO directly was to get a friendly voice, someone that I already knew, and to avoid the call being recorded as a 911 call to the center are recorded. I agree. I agree totally on that, in my opinion. All right, guys, I'm going to have to get off here. Let's get buckled in for the snow, ice, sleet, whatever's coming, because we don't know yet, really. Looks like we're going to get more ice than anything. It's kind of making me nervous. Just say a lot of prayers, guys, please. TJ, she came in here and said, Oh, yeah. Hey, TJ. Didn't see you, honey. Yeah, I don't know who that person is, but they can stay gone. And I'm gonna make a mole, a smack a mole, I guess. Smack that. Smack that mole. That's what it needs to be called. Thank you guys for coming in. Love you guys. Have a great, great day. You're fine, TJ. You're fine. I know people's busy. I may not be, let's see. I may try to come on tomorrow, right? But if not, just pray I have power. And if I have power, then, and I pray I do, I'll come on Monday, okay? Hey, Sassy, thank you guys for coming on. Love you guys. Have a great day. Let's keep praying that Sebastian comes home safely. Keep praying for Seth, right? And hopefully there'll be some answers soon. Love you guys. Have a great evening.
$500 children in Tennessee. It's a mighty long way from you and me. 500 children, they're gone every month. I ain't never seen numbers like that. What could be going on? My goodness gracious, and we working hard to get you back home. Working hard to get you back home.